Hey people, Sylvia's here, back on Exile 3. I really wish this thing with the cursor disappearing wasn't like an actual problem that keeps showing up. Jobs, there we go. You just brought up the list of your special items. I meant to hit jobs, but alright. Okay. You must deliver an incredibly urgent message to somebody who lives in Farport. You must deliver a rare by day 18. Okay, it's day 15. Delan, Inn of Blades, and Golddale. Alright, we're gonna be a courier for now. Now the important question is if I remember where these towns are. So if I don't remember where these towns are, there's gonna be complications. Now I know the Inn of Blades is right up here. So we can do this one. It's a dog. Scry. Scry this guy. Monk. 2d6, 2d6. Poison resistant. You deliver the urgent message. The recipient takes it, looks it over. You receive many thanks and a healthy sack of gold. All in the day's work for some bold adventures. Alright. Fun fact about this place, right? I'm gonna go show something. It's a bear. It's a bear. Yeah. 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 No. Yeah. And it's a whole bunch of nothing. Yeah, there's always a bear back there. Alright, I sincerely hope that Farport is actually in this direction. Because if Farport is not in this direction, I'm probably going to botch this quest and not finish it on time. A band of Empire soldiers moves close and looks you over. They clearly think you look very suspicious, but don't see you as their chosen prey. They move off without speaking to you. I do need to be a little careful that I'm not accidentally triggering a legitimate Empire attack. Gotta pay them 25 gold. Can't believe I just got extorted. Alright, let's hope that this is Farport. Farport, sick. If I remember correctly, this person does... A muscled, efficiently built Nifil stands at the anvil, carefully working an axe head. You cannot help but admire the skill and patience he is putting into working the metal. I do little now. The shortages are great. I cannot travel far, so I stay here and I make improvements. Also, since things are rare, if you want, you can do selling. Improvements. I can sharpen and treat weapons to make them better. I can do this to weapons which are not magic, are identified, and are not already improved. Is this something you might purchase? Let's see how much it costs. This merchant is offered to magically improve one of your weapons. Click on the enchant button by the weapon to pay for his service. You can only augment identified weapons that aren't magic already. Wow. That is, very much out of my... Wow. Too rich for my blood, man. Too rich. Alright. Farport Fine Foods. You know, I probably could just, like, move the map a little bit over to the side and then actually read who I need to deliver this letter to, but that seems like a pain. Pretty sure I can take a boat here to the Isle of Burdale. But I don't want to do that yet. Your gorge rises as you realize what is scuttling before you. It's an enormous cockroach. It's huge and filthy and makes a constant hissing noise. Slimes are one thing, but you can't imagine living someplace infested with these things. Well, that there is a large roach. Let's try. Large roach. 2d8. Causes mild disease. Poison resistant. The fun fact about this thing here is this is actually the second monster plague. The first monster plague was the slimes. The second monster plague is the horrifying, disgusting giant roaches. Sometimes they drop food. Is this the lady I was supposed to talk to? Alright, you know what? Well, hold on. Let's see what she actually has to offer for me. Nels, welcome Exile. Well, I understand something of being an exile. I am a native of the Isle of Exile. Sorry, it's Exile. If you want to go there, you can get a boat at the north end of town. Unfortunately, I had to leave because I kept being harassed by the Anama. The Anama control the Isle of Exile, my longtime home. They make life difficult for any mages there. I can understand their prejudice about magic in this day and age, but you can't blame me for not wanting to be subject to it. She's unwilling to speak of it. Alright, well what does this person actually do? Bit of identification and also a scribe. Well, let's identify iron bar. Anything else here? Iron. Iron. Alright, what else does she do? Scribe? I write books. One of mine is on the pedestal over there. She points to the southwest corner of the room. It's a little treatise I threw together. She indicates a scroll on the table in front of her. Now, to make money, I do scrolls. Interested in a purchase? No. Also, expensive. Alright, let's see who I actually need to turn this into. Oral Cena? I think that was this person. Were you Oral Cena? Yeah. Message delivered. So that leaves me with Innkeeper of Delan and Cask of Fine Wines in Golddale. Alright. I think there's a thing I wanna... Was this it? You find a crude wooden hut out here, far from civilization. Smoke trails up from a stone chimney. Must be a hermit. Knock on the door? Yes. You knock and knock, but there's no response. The door is locked. You leave the hermit to his, her, its solitude. Lame. That little dot over there was the troglodyte village that I could have also engaged in combat and then lost to, so I'm not going to. Trust me, I'll lose. I know. Here we go. The door opens a crack and the eye peers out at you from the shadows. There's a hint of an unpleasant smell in the air. The eye looks at you over and you hear a raspy voice. I've been waiting for someone up here. I need someone to take a message for me. It's tough to get messages places. You'll get money on delivery. It has to go to another hut to the north, on the other side of the mountain. Will you do it? Yes. A humanoid hand, so dirty you can't tell the race or the species of the owner, emerges from the darkness. It holds a folded and sealed message on ancient paper. Take this over the mountains and hurry up. We're going to deviate a little bit from my being a post office dude. Because I think I got the time. And I'm pretty confident I know where Delan is. So we're going to head up here. And we're going to help out that dude from the last video who said he hates unicorns. At least I think we're going to. You're at the south end of a narrow pass winding its way through the mountains. This would be a very useful shortcut, but find no tracks or other signs of humans coming along here. Suddenly, a herd of unicorns runs down into the pass and charges you. The vicious, unpleasant creatures have obviously pegged you as an easy meal. Unicorns! Unicorns! Let's try one of them. So we know what we're getting into. 17 health. Deals 1d12 damage. I got a few of them here, too. Upside, though, is they're not all that powerful. Although, I think they poison you. Who leveled up? Lizzie leveled up. Then Jack got poisoned. Good job, Jack. Jack got more poisoned. Jack's dying now. Good job, Jack. Kinda guess we gotta heal Jack before he dies. Stupid idiot. Throw dart. Yeah! I don't even know why I try. I really don't. It's just a chain of misses all the time. Smite? Is Smite still just one target? Yeah, Smite's still just one target. Alright. Cast a flame. Whoops. I went back to Scry. You kidding me? There we go. Flame. Everything just really wants to kill Jack. I don't know what to say. Alright, let's pick up all these unicorn horns. Yeah. So much unicorn horn. Let's save just in case these guys aren't as friendly as I'd like them to be. An Empire Patrol catches up with you and looks you over. They look very suspicious of you, but back off and let you pass. Well, that's good. Same with this one over there, too. Ogre! Okay, ogres, and bear. When I saw the second ogre, I was like, uh-oh, is this ogre mages? Because there are ogre mages. And, I know from experience that ogre mages will beat my face in. Ogre mages are, in fact, like, absurdly powerful. Did I already scry bears? I'm not seeing bear here on this list. I'm not seeing a bear here. What about ogres? Did I get ogres? I did get ogres. Alright. We'll cast a wound spell. I think I'm more afraid of the bear than I am the ogres, would be my guess. Alright, Jack. You can fireball it up. What? What did I cast?
On who?
I might have cast haste. That was the mistake. There we go. Fireball. That didn't really do a lot of damage, let me tell you. Scry. Whoops. There we go. Scry the bear. Bear's got 22 HP. One damage. Woo! At least, who got that? Is the Pope leveled up from that? Well, good job, Zapope. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Alright, Gandalf, not looking so hot. Flame. 8 damage. Not enough to do. There we go. Alright, I mean, that was a lot. Okay. Awful lot of Empire patrols in this area. Kinda making me a little nervous. For some reason, I have this sneaking suspicion that there might be a hidden spot somewhere around here. But no, I could be wrong. But it really had that feel of like a... something was there. Ogres, ogres, and bears. Let's watch as Kitty misses one of her darts. Oh yeah, go Kitty. You suck. Great balls of fire. Really isn't going to do all that much for me right here. Might as well cast it anyway. Killed one of them. Really, I don't even know why I tried. I really don't. Now this is a good spot for a fireball. Should have had a Jackass one too, but whatever. You know, I should just sell them. Like, there's really, I don't even know. Can we at least kill the bear? Alright, we at least successfully killed the bear. Thank God, Kitty finally managed to kill something. Alright, let's save again, just in case. Okay. This was, I think, what I was remembering from that spot that was just a little bit to the south here. So let's save. You come upon a battle. A band of ogres with bears on chains are on the hunt, herding a small group of Nephilim into a circle. The Nephilim are at the worst end of it. Help them? Bears, bears, ogres, and goblins. And I've got a defending squad of Nephilim warriors here, it looks like. I didn't think when I moved up I was going to get myself that close to the actual combat situation. Off to a good start. Oh man, Kitty actually managed to do something. It's a Marable. I think I maybe should have opened my line a little bit so that the Nephilim could join the fray. A mistake on my part, it looks like here. Well, whatever. Wound. Bam. Gandalf. Fireball. Right there. Gandalf's getting eaten by a bear. Sick. Kitty, time to fail. Oh yeah, 1 damage. Sad part about her hitting for 1 damage is that's actually like a noticeable improvement. Wow, you hit for the minimum amount of damage you could possibly hit for. Great! Fireball here. Nice. That was a nice hit. That's kind of awesome. The Nephilim are trying to steal my kill. I'll show them how I handle kill stealers. would normally kill the archer also, but like the archer's all the way down there, and I don't feel like moving towards him. So he lucked out in that sense. Decent amount of gold. Plus the shield, it's probably not worth anything. It's probably like a crude shield or something, but whatever. The Nephilim thank you, saying in their purring way how the ogres often capture Nephilim for use as slaves and food. Boy, as thanks, they give you a small flask. They then depart, a good deal more cautious than before. A group of soldiers from Farport watches this bridge. They tell you they're making sure none of the slimes cross over to get to Farport. Not being slimes will let you pass without comment. That's fine. I wouldn't want somebody to mistake me for massive ooze. Here we go. You knock, but nobody responds. You yell that you have a message. The door opens a crack, and then a filthy hand reaches out for it, grabs it, and pulls it back in. A sack of coins flies out, and then the door shuts. The person inside yells, "Come back in a minute." Got a message for you to take back. Another payment in it for you. Do it? Yes. Another dirty hand comes out. Alright. So I don't have to go through the troglodyte pass and pay them the fee. I'm going to go back this way. Enough days are passing that I think I should probably get to Delan, was it? Delan? But before I do that, let's make sure these guys aren't hostile. Okay, something bizarre happens. A band of Empire soldiers approaches you. The paleness of your skin immediately marks you as odd, yet when they get close to you, they look you over and then walk away without a word. They look rather relieved. This veil is filled with shedded, rapidly crumbling unicorn horns. The rocks have bits of dark fur on them where the beast rubbed against them. In the distance, you think you can see protruding horns and many eyes watching you carefully. Let's rock and roll. Let's cast light. It's been a while since I've been in an actual dungeon. Now that I think about it. Unicorns. Oh, jeez. Should probably stop by Fort Emergence, too, and level up my people. But, you know, I gotta prioritize the things that are worth prioritizing. Ah! Wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. I was pretty sure there was a way through that. Uh-oh. I'm poisoned! I'm poisoned again! Can we get a wound to spend? Bam. Yes. Yes. Oops, that's not actually what to do. Bam. Alright. Gonna pick up all those wonderful unicorn horns. Because that dude in Kryzen said he would pay for them all. Oh. I need to pay a little bit more attention, I think, to what I'm doing. That was a pretty solid hit. 1 damage. Good job. And that was just stupidity on my part there. Kitty leveled up. Good job, Kitty. Again, I'm still poisoned. This is interesting. In the corner, the unicorns have etched a variety of crude cave drawings in the stone with their horns. There's nothing too elaborate, mainly crude stick drawings of unicorns and humans and trees. However, the sign of intelligence in creatures generally regarded as mindless animals, pests, is rather surprising. Free horns. That's all I want, is the horns. Where did my cursor go? There we go. Beautiful. Mmm, unicorn meat.
Mmm.
So that tastes delicious. Actually, I bet it does taste delicious now that I think about it. Unicorn meat is probably like a delicacy. The air flowing from the east is very hot and muggy, and has a distinct sulfurous smell. You reach the center of the unicorn nest and are greeted with a sight which is clearly and shockingly unnatural. The rock's floor to the north is molten and glows red hot. In a cave such as this, far from any volcano, this should not be happening. The cave is obviously regarded with great reverence by the unicorns. They have etched elaborate designs and pictographs over every non-molten square inch of stone. The heat is oppressive, and the sulfur smell makes you feel faint. Now, I think, yeah, you know, if I was not going to die from stepping over lava, because, you know, lava will, like, destroy me if I step on top of it, you can go up there and you can kind of trigger a boss encounter, but I can't do that obviously right now. This obelisk is clearly ancient. The highly worn runes carved into its surface are completely unrecognizable to you. I just want their horns, you know? Yep. That was the same muggy air message. Yeah. There we go. I should have known Kitty and the Pope couldn't do it. I should have known. Alright. Right, still put. Let's go check out what was up this mini path over here. Also, let's cast Long Light this time. A unicorn that, like, legitimately surprised me. I was actually, like, startled and, like, jumped a little bit there. You know, why doesn't this surprise me? Sick. Unicorn horn. Alright, so I'm gonna do something here that I like to do every now and then. EXP 10,095. 10,022. So Kitty has less EXP than than Sylvius, so I'm gonna swap them. Now I'm gonna. Alright, there we go. So let's see. Lizzie has less EXP than Sylvius, so we'll swap those two. Now the Pope has, wow, less EXP than everybody else. Wait a second. Wasn't I trying to switch the Pope to... What am I doing? Alright, so the Pope is in the lead now. Followed by Kitty, followed by Lizzie, followed by Sylvius, and Jack needs to be in second place, because he sucks at life. And Gandalf has... Alright, Gandalf should be in fourth place. Lizzie should be in that place. So, hold on. 832, 970, 1022, 1046, 1070, 1095. Alright, there we go. So this is how I kind of keep track of who needs the EXP, because I don't want a huge, like, level gap between my people. It just makes things run a little bit smoother to not have that happen. So then every now and then I'll, like, oh, I didn't even see that unicorn. I'll double check it and reorganize, essentially. Unicorn horn. Oh yeah. Poisoned. Oh yeah. Bunch of unicorns that I definitely should not just let hit me like that. Where is my cursor at? Occasionally, like, just lose track of the cursor entirely, which is not good. Jack, fireball it up, my friend. Good job, Jack. You killed 2 of them. And then, Kitty, you failed at life. Have everybody just defend. Bang. Poison, poison. Alright. The unicorns have etched a crude but recognizable drawing on the wall with their horns. A bunch of slimes devouring a bunch of humans while a band of unicorns watch in the distance. These creatures are not nearly as mindless as people think. Alright. I'm done with that place. And the wolf ran away from me. Alright, now I'm sincerely hoping that I still also know the direction to this Deland city here. Okay, that was just, like, nothing. What? Really? I can ford the river here. But I'm more interested if there's anything inside of this. But there's not. It's just a random jungle. It's weird. Alright, whatever. Alright. Oh, hey. Slime back. Been a while since this has happened. All the other slimes I encountered just ran away from me. I do overkill them slightly, so I think it's fair. Fight over. A worn, haggard Empire patrol is following you. When they get close enough for a decent look, however, they turn and stumble away. They were close enough to see that your armor... for you to see that their armor was pitted, as it is by acid, and they were completely exhausted. Alright. Hopefully this is the land run over here. It is! Sick! It's a kitty cat. Meow! Meow! It's a human being that's in my way. Alright, who do I need to deliver this stupid message to? Not the people inside of this building, that's for sure. This man sells his pants. Okay, I can't imagine I would want to buy anything from that guy. Why is there just a sheep walking around? Fletcher. You know, I just don't care. Who's this dude? Wandering monk. You meet a quiet, young woman in loose, flowing black clothes. She moves silently through the town, seeming looking for something. She turns to you. I do not say my name, except to those who fully have my trust. That is a teaching of the wise man I seek. I seek a teacher. I know not his name. Nobody does. He is said to have great wisdom and great knowledge. She sighs sadly. He is also difficult to find. I've heard he travels between Krizin and Deland, and sometimes goes to other towns around here as well. I do so wish I could locate him. Alas, I am lacking in wisdom. He is a wizard, but his magic arts are second to the power of his mind. He says things that at first seem to make no sense, but then provide learning later on. Is that not wondrous? Her eyes flash with excitement. If only I could locate him. Yeah. She got pawed at by a sheep. Dude, could I just, like, find the place I need to talk to this lady at? This looks promising. There we go. This dude, whatever. You meet a seedy-looking archer from the Empire Army. He's low on arrows, has dirty armor, and is clearly on one of his later glasses of mead. He scoots over to make room for you as you approach. My pals call me Feral. You aren't surprised. Well, I'm waiting here for my unit to get me, so we can go hunting for slimes. I'm really looking forward to it. He rolls his eyes. I got a lot out of my last patrol, but they don't want to try to repeat the experience. As horribly dangerous, violent, pointless work goes, it's above average. Well, that's good. Alright. Yeah, the last time I was on patrol, we found a bunch of escaped horses. We split them up among us, and then I won a few playing cards. It was really great. Horses are really rare now. The slimes love to eat them. He grins. Horses are really valuable these days. If you're interested, though, you might be able to obtain some. He grins. Well, I need those old chargers a lot, but not so much that I couldn't spare them for a band of adventurers. They're only 1,000 gold. A bit steep, but there's a shortage at the moment. Let me know when you'd like to make a purchase. No, thank you. I have other more pressing things to spend my limited amounts of money on. You come upon a bunch of shacks at the edge of a swamp. The people here are swamp dwellers, burly, tough, and natural out in the bayou. They couldn't care less that you're from Exile. They'd welcome you in for pots of snake stew and to trade tall tales. To tell you, they're basically snake hunters. They hunt giant snakes for their meat, skin, and venom. They mention that if you go south, wander around, and are really lucky, some snakes might attack you. They make this sound like a good thing. Where's my snakes? Merc Swamp. I am apparently not lucky. How disappointing. Alright. So you got one more message to deliver in Golddale, which is a city I've already been relatively close to, so I know the way to it. That is the one type of slime that I have not encountered yet. And it is by far the most annoying type. Because it casts spells. They have a unique spell called Rack, just for the record. And they also throw fire fields all over the place, because why not? So generally speaking, you kind of want to kill those first. Although I'm still going to stop what I'm doing to scry one of them so that we can see what they're fully capable of. Moav? I don't really know how to pronounce that. 10 HP, deals 1d7, cast spells though, immune to poison. I think all the slimes are immune to poison though. Crap's annoying, guys! Oh, awesome. You managed to do just little enough damage to not kill him, but to put it at death's door. Also, good job, dude. This one must have paced itself. Alright. Fight over. I'm pretty sure there's a trainer in Golddale, which I'm actually excited about. That way I don't have to go back to Fort Emergence. So I can also do my level ups before I end this video. So yeah, I'm just going to turn this last quest in, or post office mission, if you will. And then I'll level up, and then I'll end this video. Forces Retreat. It's really hard for me to tell how long the video is, like when's a good time to quit. Alright. And there's actually a person who offers a quest in here that I want to pick up too while I'm at it. Job. I am a sage by trade, she grimaces. I do a lot of metal analysis, leaves little time for my, well, other studies. Metal analysis? Metallurgy. What else would a sage by a mine do? I study items. You can have me identify your items, and then sell them to me. Beats working. 10 gold per ID. Medium energy potion. Oh, you know, I forgot to sell all the, whatchamacallits while I was in Kryzen. Well, I wasn't in Kryzen, but whatever. Iron bars are worth 5 gold. I spent 10 gold on identifying them. Awesome. Alright. My other studies. Shows that you shiftily. I study teleportation a bit. Quite an interesting field of study, eh? In fact, if you wanted to undertake a little mission for me, the reward would be worth your while. Mission. She describes a book to you. There's a mage named Ernest, Valorum's leading master of teleportation. He lives in a hut somewhere southwest of Farport. I can guarantee that book is somewhere inside. Get that book and bring it to me, and I'll teach you how to cast the spell Identify. Ooh, it's kind of not bad. One of the things this game does is kind of give you like consequences for your actions to a certain extent. I think I found the trainer person sick. Londo. So real quick, before I do my training. This quest has a series of consequences for you if you take it. I think she's the only person that teaches you the Identify spell in the game. So if you want to identify your own items, you kind of have to rely on her. I think. I could be wrong. The dude that she's telling you to steal the book from, though, controls like a mini teleportation hub that teleports you to the major cities in the game, basically. Krizin, Sharamek, Shider, I think it is, Gale, L'Oreal, or Laurier, something like that. Those are the major cities. So, I think if you steal the book, he disallows you from using the teleport thing. I think. And also, when you go to use the teleport thing, he doesn't tell you he's disallowed you from it, and instead it just teleports you into a pit full of monsters. Which can totally kill you. Alright. Zapope. Gotta increase the priest spells for Zapope. Jack. Bashing weapons. Priest spells. Strength. Kitty. Dex. Dex. Strength. Thrown missiles. Gandalf. Mage. I'm saving up another one for more mage for Gandalf. Lizzie. Lizzie, Lizzie, Lizzie. And Sylvius. Archery. Edged. And, hold on. Get one off of Edged. I'm going to put a point into Assassination for it. Incidentally, that took pretty much all of my money. Which is slightly less cool. Weaponsmith. Alright, where is the, there's like a central mining city, or blah 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 blah. What's that say? Oh, what's it say? Pop over here. Oh, I'm too far away to read it. There we go. Golddale Mining Company Head Office. There we go. You make your delivery. Yeah, yeah. You meet a middle-aged woman with long dark hair and an air of command. She wears a long, flowing, very professional dress. I run the Golddale Mining Company. Challenging but rewarding work. There is much wealth in the ground and many monsters interested in it. We often pay adventurers to undertake missions for us. Our mine is to the northeast, but it has been taken over by a band of strange lizard people. They are led by a chieftain who wields a huge spear and commands several lizard mages. Slay the lizard people's chief and drive the rest out of the mines, and I will reward you well. Mission picked up. Alright. I'm going to actually just pop outside so I can point something out real quick. Be helpful if I had my map visible. Alright. This right here is the mine she's talking about. However, if I go in from this entrance, I'm gonna have to go through the fortifications, while a whole bunch of lizard people, sliths, like Gandalf and Lizzie, I think, are the lizard folks I have. So yeah, you'll have to fight through like a wall of them, while more of them are pelting you with ranged attacks through like windows and stuff like that. So to do this, you actually want to go through the other side of it, and come in from the backside, but that leads through that valley full of the Ursagai, who gave me problems in the past. So I'm probably not strong enough to do this quest yet. So I think in next video I'm going to do some more exploration in Upper Exile, though. So I'm going to head back to there. But for now, I'm going to end my video here. I'd like to thank people for tuning in. I will be back at some point. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and check out my Facebook.